It's Christmas. And while the world celebrates, some of you are still waiting for life to change. This is your reminder. The clock never stops. And while you're waiting, it's taking everything from you. Minutes turn into hours, hours turn into years. And before you even notice, the vision you once carried in your heart is slipping away, like sand between your fingers. Every storm begins quietly, not with thunder, not with lightning, but with a voice, the voice of a choice you made, or the choice you avoided, and that voice decides everything. Whether you rise to greatness or sink into regret, here's the truth. Success doesn't happen by accident. It begins with vision. Without vision, you drift, you stumble, you settle for less than you were built for. But when your mind locks on to something greater, when you see it so clearly that it burns inside you, every step, every sacrifice, every hour becomes fuel. Arnold Schwarzenegger grew up in a small Austrian village after the war. His parents wanted a simple life for him, but that was their vision, not his. One day, he saw an image of Reg Park, champion, actor, larger than life, and in that moment, he found his blueprint. He said to himself, "That is who I will become. Not maybe, not someday, but I will." And with that vision, he worked 5 hours in the gym every day, while others laughed, doubted, or called him crazy. But each rep, each drop of sweat was not pain. It was progress. Every lift was one step closer to the life he had already seen in his mind. That is the power of vision. When you know where you're going, the struggle becomes joy. The sacrifice becomes a privilege. But vision alone is not enough, because the world is full of voices telling you what you can't do. It's impossible. It's too late. You're not built for this. But champions don't hear the word impossible. They hear challenge accepted. They don't hear no. They hear prove them wrong. That's the difference between the crowd and the few who rise above it. Think about it. Everyone looks strong when life is easy. Everyone shines when they're rested, comfortable, celebrated. But true greatness reveals itself when you're tired, when the weight feels unbearable, when excuses scream louder than your dream. That is the moment most people quit. But champions, that's when they come alive, because success requires discipline. Not the kind you practice when it's convenient, but the kind that shows up when everything in you wants to quit. Hungry dogs run faster, not because they're stronger, but because they refuse to starve. And that's what separates the talented from the truly great. Talent is everywhere. Discipline is rare. But here's the price of it all. Success is never free. The life you're chasing will cost you the ease you're clinging to. You cannot carry both. One must be left behind. Yes, it will sting. Yes, it will isolate you. Yes, you will walk through fear. But the struggle of today becomes the strength of tomorrow. Most people quit before life even tests them. Not because they're weak, but because comfort feels easier than risk. Greatness doesn't come wrapped in applause, it comes in silence. In the mornings you don't want to get up. In the nights you want to give in. It's in the moments nobody sees that winners are made, but comfort keeps whispering, "Rest a little longer. You've done enough." And while you listen, your dream is slipping further away. So the real question isn't, can you do it? The question is, will you push when every part of you wants to stop? Because one day the pain will fade, the doubt will fade, but the life you built will stand and the world will know you chose to fight. Every generation waits for someone to break the cycle, to stand up and say, enough, to carve a new path, to reset the destiny of a family line. That someone is you. You already have everything you need, the drive, the fire, the resilience, to go further than those before you. But it must be chosen. Every single day, even when it burns, even when no one believes in you, even when the weight feels unbearable. Because direction creates discipline, and discipline builds destiny. And when you finally stand inside the life you built with your own hands, the same people who doubted you will speak your name with respect. So stop delaying, stop drifting, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take the reins of your life and ride it with intent. Remember this truth: the grind of today is the freedom of tomorrow. The fire you endure now is the foundation of your future.